Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome. Today, we're going to talk about how to connect to your loved ones, right? How do we connect to spirit? And how do we know if we're connecting to spirit? How many times do you think you know, or you don't know, or you're questioning? So we're going to really dive in today to talk about how do you connect to your loved ones in spirit. So there's a lot of ways we can connect to spirit. There's not just one way that is the right way. There's many different opportunities for us to connect to spirit. One of the biggest things around it is really to acknowledge and expand your awareness. That's the biggest thing. Because when we can expand that awareness, we can pick up on the nuances of that connection, of that communication. So for some people, you may see a sign or a symbol, right? Maybe there's a thought that happens. You see a hummingbird and the thought comes in. A butterfly, it could be a coin. It could be anything that in that moment connects you to the feeling of a loved one around you. That is connecting to spirit. Now, the other ways, you may hear a voice, you may get that sense, you may have a dream. Dreams are also an incredible way for us to connect to our loved ones on the other side. Now, we can't program a dream. Sometimes you could wish you have a dream, you could set the intention for a dream, but really it's up to spirit to come in for that dream, to give you that visitation. And that may take time. If you are dealing with grief, maybe depression, anything like that, that spirit may not come in. The vibration may be too low. But it is trusting. We have to just trust and surrender that when that timing is right, spirit will come in the dream. And the idea is for us to remember it, and we will remember it. So how do you know if it's a visitation dream or not? So when that dream is very realistic and it's loving and there's a nurturing behind it and you remember every little detail of that dream and it leaves you feeling loved and warmth and light, that is a connection to the other side. Now, there are dreams that we do have with loved ones that are not that spirit coming through, but yet it's our own subconscious maybe trying to work through something. So if there's a fight in the dream, if there's resentment, if there's some sort of angst, worry, fear connected, moreover, that may be something unresolved between you and that loved one. Maybe you didn't get a chance to say goodbye, or maybe you're missing them or dealing with some emotions that haven't really been resolved. So it's understanding which of the dreams, because sometimes people will say, oh, my loved one came in and they were so mad at me and upset and yelled at me, and it's like, okay, well, that's not a visitation. They're not here to yell at you. They want to yell at you in the living, but they're not going to yell at you from the spirit world, right? So it's understanding that and understanding for ourselves, how can we strengthen those connections? So what can we do? A couple of things that you can do is noticing those signs or symbols, right? And again, that may be a token, an animal, just something that's kind of sparking that. It could also be through music. Maybe there's a song or something that comes on that reminds you of that loved one. We all love the electricity. And why does spirit play with electricity? Because I do want to talk about that. I have my feeling on it. I believe that the energy of spirit is very, very strong and very, very powerful. So when that vibration enters into your home, it's a spike. Think of it as a surge in power. So a lot of times that's going to cause the lights to flicker, the power to go out, that sort of thing. Now, can spirit be playful? Can they maybe play with a remote or move keys around or do something? I believe that they can. Why can't they? Right? Why can't they somehow move it? I think when they do that, it's definitely more of a playful thing, maybe something to say, hey, I'm here. And you will recognize it because it's something that they would have done in the living. Okay, so it's something that they would have done in the living. And then that's how you know. Okay. So those are ways that we can absolutely connect to our loved ones. Another one too, I actually have a guided meditation that's on my website. It's like $3. But a guided meditation is a great way to help you connect because sometimes you may go, I don't know how, or I can't do it. So when you listen to a guided meditation specifically designed to help you make that connection, it's easier, right? You can allow yourself to relax, the mind to relax, and really take yourself on that journey and that journey to connect to that loved one on the other side. So there's lots of ways. I think sitting in the silence is another wonderful way. Just sit with the intention of connecting. Just whoever wants to connect. Maybe it's a guide that wants to come through. It's a loved one that wants to come through. But just giving yourself time to relax. If we focus too hard, if you kind of think too much, you're not going to really be able to make that connection. Okay. You're really going to want to relax it. Relax. You want to relax your eyes. You want to relax your mind. You want to really ease the soul and really use your breath to make that connection and allow that connection to come in. When we put too much pressure, guess what happens? Pressure, right? Pressure lowers vibration. It suppresses, okay? So that's the opposite of what we want to do. We want to open things up and we want to lighten them up. So it could be anything from sitting in the silence to listening to a guided meditation, maybe just listening to some sounds of nature, but giving yourself that opportunity to relax and not think too much. Try not to second guess your connection. Okay. Your connection is sacred. Trust it. Surround yourself with it. And know that if spirit is coming forward and they're with you and they're talking to you and they're connecting, you're going to feel that. You may feel it as goosebumps. You may feel it with hairs on the back of your neck, a feeling sense of excitement. Allow yourself to embrace those feelings, those physiological responses you are receiving, and know that your loved one is right there, right by you, okay? So that is our coffee with Colby for today, everyone. I do hope you enjoyed it. Lots of love to you, and remember to shine your light and shine it bright. And I will see you guys Thursday for the Colby Rebel Show. All right, lots of love, everybody. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.